Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. You're at the end of the road. There's the festival here. Everyone is getting ready to go to bed, though, because it's late in the day. And you, I believe we left with Joreen searching the crowd for a man in a blue cloak.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check. Excuse me. As you search the crowd. You know, it's dusk. Your night vision and your day vision are sort of working against each other. Colors are pretty muted. There's a lot of people here, and a bunch of them are already intense.
In a turquoise cloak.
No.
I found the snack bar.
You did find the snack bar, yes. They've got all sorts of pretzels and pretzel-related products at the snack bar. So you got like little mini pretzels, you got big soft pretzels, you got the little pretzels with peanut butter inside of them. You've got pretzels with chocolate. It is the greatest snack bar that has ever existed because it's entirely pretzel-based.
Okay.
The greatest contribution of German society to the world. Pretzels. I wish we could all be so glorious.
They're good, yeah.
They're amazing. They're the greatest thing. I love me some the big soft pretzels. I would eat those all day, every day if I had a choice.
You say that. Do you like sweet treats?
There is something sweets.
There is something I personally say is far superior to any pretzel, which is a sweet treat. I will look up the name and give it to you later.
Okay. Because I find it hard to, I love sweets, but given a nice soft pretzel with salt or like a Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup, which I love more than any other candy in the world, I would go with the pretzel pretty much every time. Mm-hmm. I love me some big pretzels. Anyway, enough about my love of pretzels. Yes, there's a snack bar. Yeah.
Let's talk about Torque's love of pretzels.
How much do you love pretzels, Torque?
They're pretty good. Are you saying you want me to roll grub skill?
I mean, you can. I'm just disappointed in your answer.
I'm sorry. I mean, they're like salty, but Torque's more of a meat guy. He likes the meat snacks.
What about a pretzel with like lamb throughout the inside of it, like you do with lamb naan?
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I would eat that.
I'd eat that.
Oh my god. Indian food is so good. Maybe I'm just hungry. Possibility. Anyway, there's snacks.
Sweet.
Yep.
But after a look through the crowd, you don't find anyone that matches the description. But there are a lot of people who've already gone to bed, and there are a lot of tents set up everywhere. And it is like a festival, so there's probably a lot of like dirty hippies sharing their living space with other people who didn't bring a tent, being all like, you know, friendly and supportive and having no personal boundaries, you know,
Like,
the concept of personal space. Ugh.
It's like being back with the elves again.
Yeah, fucking dirty hippies. The love of music and partying and socializing together.
But then there's also the other side of elves. There's the hippies, and then there's the elitists.
But even the hippies are elitists, man.
Yeah, that's the worst about it.
Yeah,
but they pretend not to be. They're like, oh yeah, we're all inclusive. Everything's wonderful, except for you who, you know, brought a plastic cup to the party. We don't want your kind here. Get out. Yeah, it's that weird sort of,
And
we'll accept you as long as you don't rub us the wrong way.
And
behavior.
of course,
We accept you as long as you believe the same as us.
Yeah, it's the, you know, we're tolerant unless we think you're intolerant.
Right, right.
Yeah.
We're tolerant to ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is I'm very impressed that they can be tolerant to themselves.
So do any of us actually have a tent?
I don't need a tent.
Fuck no.
I ain't carrying no tent around.
Hold on.
Droopy
yes,
doesn't care
tent
about
small.
tents.
All right, so Droopy's got a small, or Doreen's got a small tent. The rest of you might have to go ask one of these hippies if you can stay with them, and they'll probably say yes and let you in.
But I just sleep outside anyway.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're just a dog person, so you can sleep outside.
Wow.
Droopy's a dog
Droopy
person. You can sleep outside.
Stays
Kyla's an
with dog.
elf. You're basically, a hippie. You
Basically
can sleep
dog person.
outside.
Basically, a dog.
I was gonna be like, whoa.
No. Yeah, but you're basically a hippie, so you can sleep outside
Yeah.
too. So it looks like
Yeah.
everyone has sleeping quarters, sort of, for the night. Sort of.
I just find a nice spot where I think the rain won't get me if it suddenly rains.
Yeah, you find such a spot.
I pull my cloak over me, just curl up.
Droopy just sleeps next to Talk, and since he's wearing Brigandine armor, I just imagine she just curls up in her armor. Because
You're like an armadillo.
An
Because-
armadillo, yeah.
because if you look at the Brigandine
Armadillo.
armor, it's like leather and padded and metal. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
basically
You're an
a cocoon
armadillo.
around.
Yeah.
You're an
Armored
armadillo.
dillo.
Armadillo. Okay, so everyone goes to bed. Can I get a perception check for Doreen
Oh dear.
in the tent?
Your tent's a wear tent.
Oh dear.
It's a were tent,
Probably.
Where'd it go?
or it's a mimic and you didn't realize.
We already did this.
Yeah, every fucking time.
Okay. So you pass your perception check. Maybe this is the wrong music. We're not at the festival
No,
yet.
this is the right music, Neal. Keep
This
it.
is not the right music. Here we go.
It's somehow more terrifying.
You awaken, looking up
Yeah.
at the beautiful stars in the sky.
10.
No, stars in the sky.
Alright.
I think it dawns on you. Wait a minute, wasn't I in a tent?
Well, if the stars in the sky, Neil, I highly doubt it dawns on her.
What do you?
All right.
What do you do about this?
All right, I get up, start looking for my tent.
Yeah. You get up, and as you go to
Yeah.
stand up, make me a strength check.
That's a good check.
Rolls a 9, still passes.
Flying colors, yeah. You get up to your feet and you can hear the sound of grass being ripped out by its roots as you do so, and look down to your side and notice those troll hands have been crawling away, still attached to you, and dragged you out of your tent at night,
Oh.
trying to drag you back into the forest or drag itself back into the forest.
Alrighty then. Okay.
I mean, you're lucky it
All right.
just didn't choke you while you're sleeping.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get up.
You are up.
Okay, good. I'm gonna slap the troll hands.
You high five the hands.
No, I slap the back of them.
You back five the hands.
What?
You can't hit a hand without high fiving it in some regard. This is how it goes.
Yeah, you can. You don't have to hit it with the palm. You can hit it with the fingers. So you've only got 4.
A dainty high five. I see.
Alright, well, Doreen is just,
Backhand it.
A back
Karate
dainty
chopping.
5. Yes, they call that the reverse dainty.
gonna start
God damn it.
That sounds
Just
like
karate
gonna start
chop it.
trying to find her way
Sounds
back.
kinky.
Yeah, I mean you're only 15 feet from your tent. It's right there.
Alright, I assume there's a fire somewhere.
All the fires have gone out. It's pretty late at night here. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well. Wonderful. I guess I'll start making a fire.
You produce a fire.
Okay, good.
Takes you a little while, but it's done.
Alright. And then I'll burn the hands.
All right. You take the hands off your armor, throw them in the pit. They pop and burst and sizzle, and you can go back to sleep, safe and sound, knowing that the hands will not try and drag you away.
Excellent.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Y'all wake up the next morning. Now it's time for the Half-Life Festival music.
I find Doreen when she's awake and everything, and I'm like, I forgot I got hurt yesterday.
Oh, right. Right.
It's too late.
Yeah, as you guys are waking up, there's tambourines being played, there's people dancing around. They're all wearing those like little flower crowns that everyone made in elementary school by like ripping up the little weird plants on the ground that had the little white blooms on them and tying them together. Yeah, music, dancing, people enjoying life. The worst.
Well, there's a baby.
Doreen just
crying
comes
the
in and
background.
tries to horrify them.
Your terror does nothing to them. They think it's ironic, and they laugh and clap at it, thinking you're trying to make a statement about how, you know, despite the terrors in life, you should still be joyous and yada yada.
Freaking hippies, man.
They're
Droopy
immune
likes
to
this
fear.
atmosphere. Droopy
So
likes
look
this
for,
atmosphere.
So, can I look for a blue cloak?
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
While she's looking around, Droopy is just wandering around, looking if there's any stands with food.
There's a snack bar.
Oh, what else besides pretzels do I have? Just
Chocolate covered pretzels, pretzels with peanut butter inside of it, small pretzels, large pretzels, pretzels that you dip in yogurt, which I don't recommend.
do they have?
Why
a
not?
Big,
I don't like yogurt.
Do they have a big pretzel filled with peanut butter?
No, but they've got pretzel filled with lamb. And right next to the section of the stall that sells the pretzels with lamb is a little lamb tied up with a sign that says, "This inside," with an arrow pointing to the lamb.
Droopy will buy a pretzel covered in chocolate and a pretzel filled with peanut butter, and put them together.
You can't do that.
Yeah, of course you can.
You can't do that. That's,
That's delicious.
my God.
Why not?
Chocolate and peanut butter.
I know, but a
Chocolate.
pretzel with chocolate on the outside and a pretzel with peanut butter in the inside and just taking a bite of each one?
No, put them on top of each other. And then
Like a sandwich? My
Yes.
God.
how much for the both?
They're silver each. They're kind of expensive. Chocolate's
Done.
pretty pricey out here.
Done. And Droopy will spend the next few minutes just.
I put a silver down and grab one as I look for this blue cloak. Start walking around eating a pretzel.
Yeah, actually, you throw down your silver, get a pretzel, and you notice the guy right next to you in line has a blue cloak, and he too is buying a chocolate-covered pretzel.
Does he
Time to
radiate
tackle
magic?
random civilians.
You have to like focus, right? You don't just auto see auras. What is the?
Yeah, I have to try basically. Like I have to
Yeah.
actually like.
So what's it look like when you're trying to detect if he's got magic on him or not?
Is she going cross-eyed?
I think I'm
That's what it looks
looking
like.
at him. I'm definitely looking at him, maybe with like a thoughtful, almost intense look.
You know that judgy look that you get from elves?
That
That's
judgy look.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
probably how it gets read since I'm an elf.
Right. Right.
There's a
So
70% chance.
you begin to take a look at him. Where's the D1? And he notices you with that discriminating eye and quickly, puts his silver on the table and just bolts into the crowd, leaving the snack shop owner to shout after him, Wait, you forgot your pretzel! Wait!
Droopy holds her hand up to take the pretzel for him.
He shrugs and hands it over to you.
Can I try to follow?
Yeah.
Just like through the crowd, like what would I roll to like try to go unnoticed by him?
By him? So you want to like...
Yeah.
So what you want to do
Mostly
is
by
be
him.
able to see where he is and stay out of his line of sight. You're trying to
Sort of,
You're
yeah.
trying to
like,
juke him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Um,
I have thief skills or like whatever else makes sense to you.
give me a perception check, opposed by his perception check, and then a dexterity check.
Sure. Oh, okay.
So
Perception,
yeah,
then
both a
dexterity.
perception and a dexterity.
So this is perception. Ugh.
Nice.
But this is my dexterity.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So you are trying to remain hidden while sneaking through the crowd. You notice that he is headed towards the main stage area, which is just starting to heat up as a large group of halflings are coming onto the stage. There are no less than 12 tambourine-carrying halflings. It seems to be their primary instrument, as well as one
okay.
with an acoustic guitar and another 5 with like various different drums of different styles and makes. All coming onto the stage for a weird drum circle tambourine session with backup by a guitar. Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds really boring.
Could
Sounds like
Droopy
dirty halfling hippies to me.
They probably do have dirty feet,
They do. Filthy feet.
but then again, so does Torque.
Could Drippy just follow the guy, like not next to Kyler, just walking after him, holding his pretzel?
Yeah, you can try and follow after him. You're pretty small, so you might lose him in a crowd. I'll need you to make me a perception check to keep following him, since you're gonna have trouble seeing. Oh yeah. No wait, that's not yours. That's yours. Yeah, you definitely lose him in the crowd really quickly. You're so short.
She kind of looks around, looks at his pretzel. His hers are already gone.
Nom, 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 nom.
So basically, I saw him go toward the main stage, but I kind of lost him at that point, right? Okay.
Yeah, you see him like duck behind the main stage at the very end. You're not sure if he's spotted you or not. You've been trying to keep as much
Right.
cover as possible. You can't tell if he's noticed you.
Okay, I look to see if there's any kind of person in charge of like the staging area, or if they're just kind of open, like.
No, there's another halfling on the side of the stage where all the performers are coming up with a little clipboard and a quill, and the clipboard has like a little ink holder attached to it so she can write constantly.
Okay.
And a little
I kinda-
bag of ponce on the other side.
I want to walk up and kind of say like, "Hey, I know it's a little last minute, but is it possible for me to do a tumbling act at some point?"
Of course, we accept all sorts of acts. When would you like to go on?
When's available? Like soon or
Oh, we don't
later?
schedule anything. We just let whoever's instincts tell them that they should be performing go on when they feel like it. We try and really embrace the truth that we're all born with inside.
Right, okay.
Because our hearts know the truth.
Okay. Just so you're aware, I generally I have a persona that I go by when I'm doing my tumbling act.
Of
so
course.
I'll have black hair and be wearing a different outfit at that time.
Okay, sure. Does your
Yeah.
persona have a different name? My
Yeah.
real name is my birth name is Zella, but I prefer to go by Starfire.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man, what's a good tumbling name? I go by Jumping Jane.
Lovely. It's nice to meet you, Jumping Jane. Well,
Okay.
just whenever you feel the mood strikes you, as long as no one else is performing, because of course everyone deserves their own special time. Just come on up and sign in with me, and we'll make it happen.
All right. Thank you. And I guess I'll slip away and find somewhere where I can put a disguise on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use like I said, I'll get like a black wig or something, and like I have a bunch of stuff written down, but yeah, I'll put a wig on and like change my appearance a bit with like some makeup or whatever. Is the inside of my cloak a different color or not? It's actually a magic item, so I'm not sure what it's supposed to look like. It's a leather, or not leather, but like a brown cloak on the outside.
Right. This is the bull cloak?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I guess that's something I could try to do in the future. You know what? That's okay. I'll just put it away for now in my backpack, and then I'll put on a different cloak.
Okay.
Yeah, or not a cloak, but like maybe like something shorter, so I don't because I'm gonna be tumbling. So, well, possibly.
Sure. Sounds great. So you're at the stage for this. Droopy, you've lost her. Torque, what are you doing?
Eating some snacks, just kind of wandering around, looking at the audacity of all these freaking halflings. Just like, this is freaking weird.
What is the most annoying thing about all these halflings to you?
Oof, that's my disguise check, by the way.
Probably the music.
Oof.
Like the tambourines, they're like at, like nobody else can hear it because they don't, or except for maybe Droopy. But it's got like this really, really, really high pitched jingle to the tambourines that is, I can like. It's not always there, but it's like kind of one of those like background noises that just you don't quite know what it is, but it just gets at you.
Poor talk.
Yeah. All right, so you're over here
But the snacks
suffering.
are really good.
The snacks are so good; it's totally worth it just for the food. And what about you, Doreen? What are you doing?
Doreen's trying to get like a look, try to find this blue-robed guy, but see, she is just so short. What she's doing is she's actually standing in the crowd and then using the jumping proficiency to just rocket into the air like a few feet and then like see above everyone's heads and then fall back down.
So you're like, jump and look and look and look and leap up and look and look and look.
Boing, boing. She's just like kangarooing around looking.
I'm gonna need you to give me a perception check at disadvantage because, again, of the height. But you got the boinging, so that might help. You got 18 strength, so you can boing pretty high.
Wait, isn't this a halfling?
They're halflings that are performing, but there's definitely a lot of humans here. Halflings
so
are
what
like
do I do?
natural hippies. Humans
slash
are.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, Doreen is basically a dwarf.
Yeah.
Still good.
Cool. So yeah, you totally see this blue cloaked person running behind the big stage.
All right, I'll go over there.
All right. So it looks like Droopy is eating the blue cloaked man's pretzel. Kyla is getting ready, like changing into her disguise for her tumbling act that she's going to put on. Torque is just sitting there hating everything except for the snacks. And Doreen walks around the back of the stage area, which, you know, it's one of those big stage constructions with the curtains behind it and the framing with lights on it and everything. It's a proper stage. And as you
Except
come,
it doesn't have lights.
It does have lights. It has lanterns that hang from them. Not like pointed spotlights, but lanterns. You come around the back side, and there's a small building right there. It's not very big. It's maybe 10 by 10 with just a pointed roof in the middle.
Who was that for?
That was for Doreen.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to it, say, "Listen, I know you're a warehouse.
The house can't talk. It's a house.
Yeah, Doreen is like actually just talking to a house,
Sure, yeah.
saying, "Listen, we just need the dude's heart back for like, or the dude's wife's heart back. Just give me the heart."
Eventually, I'm going to try to kind of stealth my way back there just to see if I can see the blue cloak person or anything else.
You find Doreen talking to a building.
Yeah.
A small building.
Yeah. So what was it? Like it was actual like a permanent looking structure, or was it like
it's got a foundation and everything. It's a 10 by 10 house with a tile roof, steepled in the middle, a door facing away from the stage, and a window facing towards Doreen.
I just shake my head a little. Can I look in the window?
Yeah. Inside, it's just like a little dining room set and a small bed and some cupboards and a little fireplace with some burned logs in it. It's a nice, cozy little home.
I look for like jars.
You can't see any, but it could be on the wall that the window is on, and you wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Doreen is just gonna say, Kyla, go get the other two if you can find them. This is clearly it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And I'll kind of look for Droopy and Torque.
I think meanwhile Droopy would look for Torque.
Droopy finds
easy to
Torque at the
find.
snack bar, where Droopy is also. So yeah, I think you guys were probably just like a few people apart in the at the snack bar already.
She will actually try to climb up Torque onto his shoulder.
Yeah, I will allow this.
All right, what is your combination name? You know, what is Droopy on Torque called?
Droopy and
Dork?
Torque.
Dork.
Dork?
Droopy.
Dork.
Droopy and Torque.
I think it's just Dork.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Or it could be Toopy.
Toopy. That actually sounds.
Toopy sounds
Nice.
pretty cute, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, she also will scratch behind his ears from time to time.
So do I like find this? Like I walk up and I just see like Droopy on his shoulders, kind of scratching his ear.
Can you give me a charisma check there, Kyla?
Yeah, not a problem. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Droopy has also instead of hotness, cuteness 17. So
17. Adorable.
it's just so.
So I you definitely get the feeling that there's a connection between these two that you haven't seen between either of these people and any other one, but you're not sure if it's just platonic or symbiotic or if it's romantic. You're not really sure what's going on here, but there's definitely some chemistry going on between these two.
Maybe it's just because they're both dogkin.
I like
It might be.
I like the idea of symbiotic.
Yeah, because like Torque gives Droopy height, and then Droopy scratches Torque. So they, it's a trade. It's their.
Torque has the snacks.
Yep. See,
Yeah, I kind of just approach them like, hey there, Toopy. Would you mind coming back this way? We might have found the warehouse.
Hell did you just call me?
No, I said Droopy.
Oh, okay.
Would you guys mind coming with me?
Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll just like get up and walk along slowly.
I'll just lead them around back and everything. Yeah.
all right. The whole party has now gathered. You're staring at this house that has appeared out of nowhere. I guess maybe it was here before. It was behind the stage, so you couldn't see it. But I mean, who erects a house out here? Hides it
Yeah.
behind the
With a
stage with a foundation.
And we've been to this area a bunch of times, and I've never noticed a house before.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely do add things and tear things down. This place is always in flux.
That's true.
But
Yeah,
But a
it's really
fully
weird.
built
DM
house
like gets
with
bored with an
foundation.
idea, and he's like, "No, it's something new." Yeah, I'll open the door.
the door opens without a single squeak. Or is this like you stand on the outside and like push the door open, or like you're walking into the building?
I just open the door. I don't walk in. I just
Sure.
open the door
It's
and
a
take
small
a look
building.
around.
The small little house, yeah. Hey,
very
look at that.
small
On the left wall, there's a series of shelves, and the shelves contain jars, and at least one of the jars contains a heart. Some of the other ones have some murky water, so maybe there's something else in them?
Murky water. Door's like straight up too small for me if I'd like have to crouch through it, right? It's not
Yes,
a very
you'd
tall
have
house.
to duck to step in.
And you do you still have Droopy on your shoulders?
Yeah, probably.
So you have to,
Definitely.
like, super like squat down.
Mhm.
Yep.
Also, Droopy has this sack that she's carrying, and if kind of
Is it full of dead rats?
Yes.
when she's standing still and you kind of look at it for a moment, you notice
It, like,
that
squirms.
it seems to be moving. Like there's something moving on the inside.
It might also be notable that Kyla suddenly looks like she's trying not to be Kyla, but looks that you can tell.
I'd say Torque's pretty used to this. Kyle's like always. She's never happy with her outfit. She's always trying to change.
Is that
Yeah.
so?
And there's like
especially
no
this
mirror around, so when you're like trying to put on the disguise makeup, like it's smudged here, like you like missed something and it's poorly streaking.
That's the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
I just
I'll
imagine she
put-
tries
at
to
this
use a
point-
dagger.
At this point, I want to take. Yeah. At this point, I want to put my cloak back on though. Now that we're near this warehouse.
Sure.
This it?
So we're just gonna. I'll take Droopy off now because she's getting kind of heavy. Can't move very fast with you up there, Droopy.
It's like-
Droopy
Calling
not
her fat?
It's like
No,
Ha-
I'm saying
well,
Torque
it's
didn't
80
roll over 16.
with
Aw.
a total of everything she's wearing. It's 80 pounds of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
decent chunk of weight to just
I
be
would like-
carrying around.
Kyla would just collapse.
Dory could totally handle it, and we could just wear a cloak and seem like a really tall
Oh
person.
my god.
A really tall kobold.
handle it.
Yeah. All right, so who's going in to get the jar?
Is a stronger person better or a more dexterous person better?
I'd say a faster person who isn't
Oh.
constrained by their height.
Well, I'm normal speed, but if okay.
Shit.
I mean, I'm a 12 speed, normal speed.
All right, Neal, I got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look around,
Mm-hmm.
try to make sure no one's looking at us.
You're behind the stage. There is that stage manager over there who seems to be talking with a trio of dwarves who want to put on a performance as well. But they're not paying attention to you, but they're within line of sight. So,
All right, I'm gonna grab 3 hands. All right,
mm-hmm.
one hand is gonna be on the bottom, another hand is gonna be like this, and then one's going to be like holding both of them together.
Okay. I think I see what's going on.
Yeah, so that contraption's going to crawl in and then grab the jar and then crawl out.
All right.
Perfect.
So you get these hands and you just like set them down on the ground and let them run in through the door to go grab the jar.
Yep.
How do they crawl up the wall to get to the shelf where the jar is?
They're goblin hands. They got little.
Yeah, they've got
claws.
like nails. If it's like a wooden wall, they can just like claw onto it.
I can
And
throw them in
it
if you
takes
want.
a while.
All right, I'm gonna give that. Why don't you give me, give me.
Straight heck.
I don't even know. I'm just gonna say it's a 50-50. Roll me a D100, 50 or lower. They can climb the wall because I have no idea. Oh, they do it. They climb up to the wall. They go over to the jar. Two of the hand. Ooh, can you be that specific with crawling claws? I do recall that it has a certain level of stupidity.
Yeah.
One is
Undead in
moving.
general.
One is moving and one is grabbing.
Let's
Yeah,
see if we
undead-
can create this sort of teamwork between them.
I could
don't
give
know.
it the order to grab that specific jar within range when it's just the one hand.
Directly controlled claws are manipulated by the thoughts of their creator. The mental effort of controlling claws is quite tiring and cannot be maintained for more than 3 consecutive rounds without 1 round rest. Further, the
Yeah.
range of such control is limited to 10 feet plus 5 feet per level of the creator. Person controlling claws cannot undertake spellcasting or any other activity. La 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 la.
With
Okay.
direct control, it could probably be done, right?
Yeah, I feel like with direct control it
Yeah.
can be done.
Yeah.
So the claws grab the jar, and they start coming back. The one claw is holding the jar, the other claw like crawls down the wall, and they start coming across towards the front door. When a trap door right in the front doorway just poof, opens, and the claws and the jar fall down into the darkness, and the trap door whoop, quickly pops back up.
All right, you know what, Neal? How? Wonder if the jar broke.
That'd be shitty.
I'll make it. Can I make a listen check to like try to hear that the jar breaks?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Or
Well,
detect noise, actually.
yeah.
I should have
Yeah.
just had them leap to me. They can leap 15 feet. I should have just had them leap to me.
Oh. Do I roll it
Probably, you roll it.
or? Okay. That's a 20%, by the way.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Nah.
It didn't break.
I just don't hear it, so I'm like, I don't know.
Idea. Neat hand though. She kind of takes the bag down, sets it down, kind of readies herself.
How does disarming traps work?
Pretty sure it's a living house. You can't exactly disarm.
Well, you can
living
like block
trap
the
door.
trap door. You can still like block it like from opening or whatever, closing or whatever, right?
Yeah.
No, wait, no. The trapdoor did just go down, right?
Yep, it opened and then closed.
And it opens and shuts.
Not yet.
Doreen's gonna like put her hand in and try to push it open.
The trap door.
It seems pretty solid. You give it a nice firm shove without putting too much of your weight, because you don't want to fall in, right? So you're giving it a nice push.
Oh no,
and
she'll just say like torque grab onto my leg. And
You got
just
some
like
rope?
yeah.
Alright, we'll tie the rope around her. I'll stand outside.
all right, so you
Uh,
tie a rope around Doreen's waist, legs,
waist.
waist, and then Doreen goes in and tries to open the trap door.
Well, standing on the outside, but just like trying hard.
Right. Give me a strength check to try and force open the trap door. Ooh, good enough. You do succeed in giving it a nice firm kick, and the trapdoor pops down. The latch underneath it broken.
Lovely. Now I'm going to try to command the hands to jump up.
They can't jump while they're holding on to the.
What?
While they're holding on to something, they can't jump. They need to use their fingers to spring.
Only one hand is holding onto it.
Okay,
The
so the
other one
other
can,
hands
like-
can jump, but how are they going to drag the hand that's holding on to it with them?
We already explained this. There's one hand that's the movement, one hand that's the connector to the hand that's holding the jar.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'm going to allow them to jump 15 feet while they're holding something that's like 50 times their mass. Because a hand doesn't weigh that much, but a jar with a human heart is pretty big. And filled with liquid.
I have idea. Now
Droopy,
time.
what is it?
Actually, you
you
know
speak
what?
Kobold?
I've got an idea.
No.
I'm going to lower the rope in there and just tell him to grab onto the rope, and then I'll pull the whole thing up.
God damn it.
All right, so you lower the rope down into the pit. You tell the claw to crawl up the rope, or at least to grab onto it.
Yeah.
And as you're pulling them up, the entire house begins to twist, shake, warp, and it kind of spins on its foundation, leaving a person standing there in the middle who looks around wildly and then
Droopy
runs.
can't hold
I
person.
tackle him.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
roll initiative, because
Hell no.
everyone's shouting at the same time, which is perfect.
Hell no.
Tries to run. 3 other people cast a casting throw.
Ooh, goes at 5. Goes at
So do I.
5.
It doesn't really matter, Neal, anyway, because the range is 120 yards.
He can go 120 yards in a round.
Yes, that is my range.
And then we can like half move and cast.
Wait, no, wait.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
That should be a 6. That should be a 6.
Okay.
Oh.
Where is
I
it?
think we're just missing a Kyla initiative.
Okay, what's happening?
I have
A Dorian initiative.
The house like started warping, and it changed into a person, and he's like, "Oh shit!" and he's about to take
I'll
off.
get there.
So we're okay. Are we attacking then? Or
Oh
are we-
no, everyone's kind of doing their own thing.
Okay,
There's
okay.
no clear anything.
Okay. What's the initiative of a grappling hook? Like a.
Is it already attached to the rope?
Yeah, I have it like coiled into the rope in my backpack, like coiled and like.
Sure. I'm gonna say it'll be the same as like a potion initiative, which is +4.
Okay, that's not too bad. Ooh.
Okay. Torque, you go at the same time as the man,
Mhm.
as the
I'm gonna
warehouse. Give me a roll to hit.
All right. Yeah.
You definitely hit him as he runs away. Same time, give me a post strength check.
I mean, I also have 15 speed,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
he's not getting anywhere.
definitely not getting anywhere.
He's not getting anywhere.
Oh, God.
All right, so you tackle the blue cloaked man to the ground after he gets maybe like 20 feet out. You catch up to him, leap onto him. The two of you go into the ground, rolling around for a little bit, which is when the music from the festival stops and everyone turns to see this sort of brawl that's spilling out onto the grass with these people rolling back and forth. And one of the halflings on stage turns and says, "Hey, let him go! What are you
Oh my
doing?"
God.
I ignore the halfling.
Okay.
Don't make me slaughter a bunch of hippies, Neal.
Droopy, it's your turn.
Uh,
Actually,
She
Droopy
ki-
and Kyla together.
Oh, okay.
okay. For a moment, she's distracted and looks at the halfling. Are the people out there doing anything?
They haven't had a chance to really react other than, their horror and surprise at seeing violence break out at one of these wonderful,
Aren't we
peaceful
behind the
festivals.
stage?
The 20 feet of movement got you to the side of
Okay.
the stage.
She'll. Oh, do you want to?
I was just gonna say, I just want to move like within. I don't know how long's the rope again? 150 feet or 100 feet?
50 feet for a standard rope length.
I'll get like 30 feet from them and kind of just like hold it ready.
Sure.
Droopy kind of takes a holy symbol, mutters a few words, and then does a white spray of spit towards the person. And through the magic of hold person, the spit travels towards the person and covers them, and they have to make a saving throw at what is it?
-2.
-2 penalty. And they are slightly damp from Kobold spit.
Even though the warehouse is rolling around in the grass with torque, you can still target it. It's fine.
I can choose the targets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically visual.
Yeah. So you spit on the warehouse, and it's already grappled by torque, so it's held. It's doubly
But
held
really-
now.
But
But then they
can't
stop
try.
struggling.
I don't know
It
if
did.
torque stops struggling, but the other thing does.
Okay.
And it's now held for 10 rounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always wonder if that's Neal yawning or gasping in surprise.
No, that's yawning. That's yawning.
Alright.
It is held.
Okay.
Kind of walks up to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably struggle with it for a little bit more, and then realize it's held, and just like stand up, leave him lying down on the ground, start
Mhm.
tying them up.
You start to tie this person up, and all the festival goers start to crowd around you starting to shout things like, "Hey man, what are you doing? You can't restrict that person's freedom of movement. That's an innate human right, man."
I look at them. I'm gonna very clearly look down at my sword, and then I'm gonna look back at them and be like,
Are you threatening
I'm not.
violence? Hey, this guy's oppressing people over here. Hey, everyone, this wolfman's oppressing people.
"That's pretty fucking racist here, yo. How do you know he isn't a murderer and we're sent here to kill him or capture him and bring him back to justice? We haven't killed him yet."
Oppression! Oppression! And the festival goers begin to encircle the entire party, which I think is sort of like not squished together, but forced to stand closer to each other as the crowd circles around.
Oh, Doreen ain't moving.
I was 30 feet away. Can I like try to just like? Can I try to? I don't know. How obvious is it? Can I try to like get into the crowd itself?
No,
without,
it's
like...
pretty obvious. They see you all, and you're standing nearby with rope and a grappling hook, looking at these two. And there's, there's Doreen and Droopy next to you. You look pretty guilty.
Droopy kind of looks at Doreen. How powerful you are? How powerful?
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes.
And she kind of ushers Kyla and talk to her and stands next to the captured warehouse. And she casts Etherealness. Oh no, wait. She can only do that with a bullying person. Never mind. She's wise. She cannot take this person with her because it's probably not willing.
Can you do 4 people at level 5? I think so.
What do you guys do?
I'll like haul up the warehouse and I'll like whisper in his ear. I was like, "Bro, we only want that freaking heart that you somehow got from the other guy. Just give us that. We'll let you go. Don't give a shit what you do after that." And then it's like having.
Unfortunately, he's held and can't respond in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes, and they start circling us up.
Mm-hmm. They are, and they pull out their tambourines and beat them angrily. Ting! I don't know what sort of. I can't make a tambourine sound with my mouth.
It's okay. It's not easy to do.
Can I get some tambourine sounds from YouTube? Maybe not.
Anyway.
Okay.
Doreen is like, if they start trying to get up in her face and violent with her, that ain't happening.
They're not violent. I mean, they're peaceful hippies, right? But they
aren't violent, but they definitely are.
They're quote unquote
aggressive.
They're peaceful in the same crowd mentality that
Yeah, I mean, they're standing around you, shouting at you angrily. But no one has any weapons.
They aren't actually doing anything.
But there's no violence. Yeah.
Yeah. At the moment, Kyla is just kind of standing there, just kind of looking at everyone, like not super concerned yet.
Mm-hmm. All right. The stage manager comes on over and looks nervously at everything, tries to calm people down, waving her clipboard. The ink on the side of the clipboard is on like just a loose nail. So as she waves the clipboard, the ink is always hanging down. It hangs, so she doesn't spill anything. Gets everyone's attention, says, now, I'm sure this is all just a big misunderstanding. This lovely elf right here was going to put on a performance earlier, so she's definitely one of us, as we all can see. Would you mind explaining what's going on? This probably isn't an issue of oppressing a free person, right?
I guess I kind of look at the rest of them and I'm like, I shrug a little. And I'm like, they're, as far as we know, they're a wanted individual by Shire law.
Thief in Kobold.
Yeah, they're a thief. Possibly worse, but we're just bringing them in for questioning.
And what did they steal?
Well, someone's personal belonging, straight out of their house. It's a bit strange of an object, but we want to keep their personal information to them, but something from someone's house. personal.
Would you tell us what it is so that way when
It's a jar.
That way we can a jar.
A jar
A
with
jar with an organ in it.
yes.
That must be a very small organ, but okay.
Yes.
All right, but I'll search the person, and if they have the jar, we'll give it back. It'll be that easy.
You're not gonna find it. They're a warehouse.
What do you mean?
You know
They're a
werewolves?
warehouse.
You
Yes.
know werewolves?
Yes.
Well, they're a house. They're a warehouse.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. But
It doesn't, but
that's
it's
what it.
sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.
You can't
They're
make this shit
from
up.
Berkshire,
It's Berkshire.
and let's leave it as that. They are
We're in the area of
weird
Berkshire,
shit
right?
happens there. Okay.
Like there's a fucking
Well,
hippie
there
circle
are
here.
a lot of excuses that start with, well, he came from Berkshire. You know, it can't just take that at face value.
Why not?
Well, because people would use that as an excuse for everything.
Well, we just witnessed him in the form of a house maybe like a few minutes ago. So
I didn't see a house
Did you
around here a
not-
few
Yeah,
minutes
because
ago.
you were freaking too busy talking to the 3 little pigs over there.
The dwarves go,
Did
oi,
you not?
oi, you talking to me? Motherfucker, you calling me a
Did you
pig?
not notice that? Did you not notice the built house that was right there and now it's gone?
wait, can I look to the spot where the foundation was and
Yeah,
like
it's
there's
just
got to be
grass
like a
and dirt.
there's got to be like flattened, right?
Nope,
Nope.
nope,
It's magic.
yep.
It's magic,
Mm-hmm,
you know.
mm-hmm.
Believe in magic.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, we might be out of a bit of an impasse here then.
All right, and I think with this
Either-
impasse, we should go to our second break. And when we come back, Torque has an idea. I can see it. The most awake he's looked all day. We'll see what Torque's idea is on the other side of our break, everybody. Bye-bye.